Caitlin Clark made a big impression in 2024, and more of the same is expected from the basketball prodigy in 2025. Last year, the 22-year-old went from wrapping up a record-breaking college career to becoming the WNBA #1 draft pick, catapulting the already popular homegrown Iowan into the stratosphere of sports stardom. Her craft on the court and the way she has shaped the future of women's hoops off it has earned her a legion of accolades and awards, including being named by many prestigious outlets in North America as their 2024 Athlete of the Year. But a new year means another season, and plenty will have their eyes on Clark and what she might do next, given the nature of her impressive rise. Find out where and when the Indiana Fever star is next in action, below. Caitlin Clark will not be participating in the Unrivaled, the new women's 3-on-3 league tipping off in Miami on Friday, January 17, 2025. After a supercharged past 12 months, which included making the leap from college to the WNBA, it has been reported she is opting to rest and prepare ahead of the new season starting on Saturday, 17th of May. However, several of Clark's peers will be joining the new basketball startup co-founded by Olympic champions Breanna Stewart and Napheesa Collier. Angel Reese, Kahleah Copper, Kelsey Plum, and Jewell Loyd are among those set to play. Though fans may have to wait to see Clark on a basketball court again, it'll be worth it given the matchups the 2025 WNBA regular season schedule has in store. In a nod to one of the great emerging WNBA rivalries, Indiana will play the Chicago Sky a total of 5 times, meaning plenty of new chapters in the storied history between Clark and LSU's Reese. Clark was nearly the unanimous 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year, with the only first-place vote she didn't receive going to Reese. With just 182 miles separating the two teams' arenas, expect fireworks throughout the season. College hoops fans will also have their eye on the Dallas Wings, who are currently expected to select UConn's Paige Bueckers with their #1 pick for the 2025 WNBA draft. Questions are already beginning to swirl as to whether or not Bueckers might become the next Clark, with the two projected to go head-to-head for the first time on Saturday, 28th of June. Many might find their answer. Other notable dates include the All-Star Game, which will be played on Saturday, 19th of July on Clark's home court at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Clark was one of 2 rookies that made last year's All-Star team. After reaching the playoffs for the first time since 2016 last season, the Indiana Fever are looking to clinch their second-ever championship this year. With Caitlin Clark in her sophomore year, new head coach Stephanie White, and young talents such as Aaliyah Boston and Lexie Hull, the Fever can take advantage of the WNBA free agency period to build an even stronger team. However, one of their priorities is to also convince Kelsey Mitchell, who has been a key part of the organization, to stay. The guard is set to become an unrestricted free agent, but the Fever have the chance to core her, and it's expected that they will do so. Kelsey Mitchell is our top priority heading into free agency, Fever GM Amber Cox said in November, according to Indy Star. She, in my mind, is a cornerstone of this franchise. She's been here for 7 seasons, and she has, endured a lot, hasn't won a lot, so I really want her here to enjoy what is to come. She deserves that. The core designation will give Fever exclusive negotiating rights in exchange for a 1-year Supermax salary, which is around $249,000 for a 1-year deal. If they core her, they theoretically prevent her from talking with other teams, but they could give her permission to talk and still retain her, or even negotiate a sign and trade. Per Indy Star, Fever new president Kelly Krauskopf is confident Mitchell will stay. I don't think that there's another team that she could go to that would maximize her skill set better. I mean, she had her best year in a backcourt with Caitlin Clark, and I think they were probably the most dynamic duo, she told the publication. Mitchell is currently playing overseas, but she has opened up about her plans for the free agency, indicating that she is willing to hear offers. Back in September, she said that she was going to do what's best for her. That is not hanging my hat on one team or another, but I think it's specifically for me. I got to be selfish about that process, she explained. However, she also said that, obviously, I've always had a home in Indy, so it could potentially be a home for me again. Mitchell and Clark had a great chemistry during the past season, and their connection was key for the Fever. If the team can retain her, and take advantage of the WNBA free agency to sign forwards, they can become one of the most threatening franchises of next season. The WNBA trade rumors surrounding Satou Sabally and Caitlin Clark led Indiana Fever continue picking up steam. Sabally publicly announced that she won't return to Dallas next season ahead of her free agency. The Wings court her to get some value in return, making her a sign-and-trade candidate. The Fever have been widely perceived as a rumored landing spot, along with the New York Liberty. WNBA analyst Terica Foster-Brasby has suggested that Indiana is the more compelling landing spot for Sabally. Here's what she said on the On Her. Satou Sabally is one of the top commodities in the offseason. The German player has spent 5 seasons in the WNBA, all with the Dallas Wings. She has averaged 15.7 points, 7.0 rebounds and 3.6 assists in 97 appearances. Sabally could be an excellent addition to the Indiana Fever next to Caitlin Clark. However, if the Fever have any level of interest, they will face stiff competition for her signature. They could rival the defending champions, New York Liberty, in the Sabally sweepstakes. New York is already one of the title favorites over the Fever. Additionally, Sabally's sister, Naira, also plays on the team. Chicago Sky forward Angel Reese candidly shared her thoughts on the challenges of maintaining a public relationship, declaring that her next social media post about love would only come after marriage. The WNBA star reflected on her past experiences, emphasizing the importance of privacy and commitment in her future partnerships. During a recent episode of her podcast, Reese made a notable declaration regarding her future relationships and public appearances. She stated emphatically that the next time she would share details about being in a relationship would be when she was married. This statement underscored her commitment to privacy and self-respect, especially after experiencing the challenges of public scrutiny in her past relationships. Reese's decision stemmed from the complications that arose during her previous relationship with Cameron Fletcher. The couple faced significant pressures due to their high-profile statuses and the intricacies of navigating a public romance. After their breakup, Reese reflected on the difficulties of sharing personal aspects of her life with the world, leading her to reconsider how she approached relationships moving forward. In her discussion, Angel emphasized the importance of loyalty and trust, reinforcing her belief that these elements were vital in any partnership. She articulated a strong stance against infidelity, declaring that disloyalty would result in an immediate end to the relationship. This no-nonsense approach resonated with her audience, many of whom supported her commitment to maintaining personal boundaries. Just recently, the Chicago Sky forward got real about having a public relationship. This can be seen in a video shared by her podcast's official account on Instagram. Her intention to keep future relationships private until marriage not only demonstrated maturity but also a desire to protect her emotional well-being. By setting this boundary, Reese aimed to avoid the pitfalls of public speculation and commentary that often accompanied her romantic life. This proactive decision highlighted her growth and determination to prioritize her happiness. Reese's declaration about sharing her relationship status only after marriage marked a significant shift in her approach to love and privacy. By prioritizing loyalty and commitment, she set a standard for herself that many admired. This new chapter in her life reflected both personal evolution and a desire to navigate her future relationships on her own terms. Chicago Sky star Angel Reese is preparing to star in the first season of Unrivaled. Apart from helping her hone her skills during the WNBA season, the new 3v3 league camp has allowed her to spend more time with colleagues from other teams, including former Sky player Marina Mabrey. Mabrey, a shooting guard, was first drafted by the Los Angeles Sparks in 2019. She then played with the Dallas Wings, before landing in the Chicago Sky, where she played for a season and a half. In July 2024, she was traded to the Connecticut Sun in exchange for guards Rachel Banham and Mariah Jefferson, a 2025 first-round pick and the rights to swap 2026 first-round picks. In a new video shared by Reese, the forward asked Mabrey to address the rumors that she left the Sky due to issues with her money. Mabrey, I have a conspiracy. People want to know. Marina, did you leave Chicago because of me? Reese asked. No. Mabrey immediately responded, with both laughing. "I love Angel, the real ones know," she added, officially shutting down any rumors of bad blood between them. Actually, Mabry had spoken before about her decision to leave Sky. "Being part of a team like this that is so disciplined with the championship mindset, I haven't been part of that yet," Mabry told reporters in Boston in August, in a comment that was taken as a dig at Chicago. However, 2025 might be a different story for both the Sun and the Sky. Last season, the Connecticut Sun were eliminated in the second round of the WNBA playoffs by the Minnesota Lynx, which ended up being the finalists. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky failed to reach a berth in the postseason. Both teams will have a fresh start in 2025. The Sun will now be coached by Rashid Mazion, who replaces Stephanie White, who left the team in October 2023 to become the head coach of the Indiana Fever. The team will probably also suffer a major restructuration as many of their key players, such as Alyssa Thomas and Brianna Jones, unrestricted, DeWanna Bonner and more, are set to hit free agency. On the other hand, the Chicago Sky let go of Teresa Weatherspoon to bring Tyler Marsh, former Las Vegas Aces assistant coach. With Reese and Camila Cardozo as their signature players, it's going to be interesting to see which moves the Sky makes in the market.